why Californians are moving away from Bend, Oregon. If you're renting or buying, it's tough to find a deal. But there's not near as many jobs as you would find in someplace like any part of California. You have cold winters, it could definitely get snow, and then on the summer side of it, like it can get really, really hot, right? All different kinds of walks of life and food and culture, entertainment, and all that stuff that comes along with the big cities. We don't got it here. All right, today in this video, we're gonna talk about the top reasons that people that move here from California are leaving, right? Like we talked a lot about why Californians are coming here, but what do you do when you get here and you just don't like it? Today's a perfect example, right? It is November 1 and look at it, it's raining and cold outside. So, you know, Josh ain't gonna be out running around showing you Bend today. I'm gonna sit in my office and I'm gonna show you the top reasons why people that move here from California are leaving, and we're gonna get after that video right now. All right, so let's jump into this video. Why some people thought Bend is the best place to live and work. I'm moving from California. We're getting out of the rat race and we're moving to Bend, Oregon. All right, so number one on the list has to be climate, right? It's thought, you know, hey, a little snow is great. What about when that snow piles up? What about when you have to shovel your driveway every single day for 2 weeks? What about freezing rain? What about hail? Those are just some of the things that you're going to experience in Bend, Oregon. And while I love it, I've been here my whole life in Oregon and I've been in Bend for 24 years. Like it's par for the course, and it's actually fun to get out and do the winter activities when winter comes, and it's a nice break from the heat of summer. Not everybody likes it. So, you know, number one on your list, climate. But on the flip side, let's talk about summer, right? Like, you know, you have this warm breeze, the coastal air to cool you in a lot of part of California. You don't have that in Bend, right? Like we are the high desert and it can get darn hot here, right? You do have a river to float in, but you can't float in the river every day. So on both flip sides, right? You have cold winters, it could definitely get snow. And then on the summer side of it, like it can get really, really hot, right? Those are some of the reasons people come to Bend, but those are definitely some of the reasons we also see people leaving Bend, especially folks that move here from California. Let's move on to topic number 2. Smoke. Man, smoke is a problem, right? Like nobody likes smoke. Does anybody out there? Let's leave it in the comments below. Do you like smoke? Is smoke something you love to deal with? It's not something we love to deal with, and it has become a part of life in Central Oregon. You know, in the summer months, later summer months mostly, when most of the snow has evaporated and things have dried out, we're starting to get a lot of wildfires. Not in Bend, right? Like I've never seen one in Bend, right? But we got close this year, close to Three Rivers South and Lapine, and we unfortunately get a lot of smoke from fires that are not even in our place because they go over the mountains and they drop on us and they just hang out. So smoke can be a problem, right? If you're moving from California or you moved here from California, you know, is that a problem for you? And some people are definitely saying, hey, the smoke's done, so we're out of here, right? So something for you to know, whether you're thinking about moving here and you're in California or anywhere else rather, right? Like that is an absolute, it can be a deal breaker for some people, and we've seen people leaving the territory because of smoke. Let's look at topic number 3, energy level. What does that even mean? Well, you know, Bend's kind of a laid back town, right? Like we have a lot of outdoor activities and people like to mountain bike and hike and do that kind of things, but it's a very chill area, right? Like the rat race does not exist here. Now it's getting busier, right? So we have some traffic, but still 15 minutes gets you anywhere in Bend. You might have to spend 5 or 10 minutes in traffic. You know, some of you longtime Bendites, you're probably like, oh, traffic's hell. Well, traffic's not hell because you have not been to California in a while, right? But energy, like that's what we're talking about, right? Maybe you miss the energy and the super diversity of where you came from in the big city. We are not that town, right? Like we are getting more and more diverse, but we are not just full of energy and everything running around and all different kinds of walks of life and food and culture, entertainment, and all that stuff that comes along with the big cities. We don't got it here. We're getting more of it, but we are nowhere compared to Seattle, California, San Francisco, Los Angeles, right? So that is number 3 on the list. Some people are choosing to make their escape after they thought Bend was paradise because, you know, like we're just not as fast paced, and that's not what you're after, right? If you want fast paced, Bend may not be the place for you. Let's look at reason number 4. Affordability, right? That's a weird concept coming from California, right? Because everybody thinks that, oh, it's not even close to being affordable in California and it's going to be a better deal in Bend. Well, it's getting to be the case, right? Like, we got a lot of expensive houses. $1 million is not a lot to pay for a house anymore in Bend. Yeah, I paid $750,000 for my house I bought in January, and I had to put $200,000 into it, right? To just get it to like a good level, right? Like, that is not something that's unheard of. And, you know, a lot of people are spending a lot of money and paying a lot of money to get in. So if you're renting or buying, it's tough to find a deal. It's getting tougher to find a deal. Winter, when I'm making this video, like, we're on the edge of winter, it's actually easier to find a deal right now because there's a lot more stuff on the market. But, you know, that's not always the case. And in spring, things will definitely track back to harder to find a deal. So, you know, that's one of the reasons, like, they came here for affordability. And, you know, maybe you didn't sell that multi-million-dollar house in California and want to move here and buy another one cash, right? Like, maybe you're renting down here and you want to buy up here and you think, oh, it's going to be cheaper. It may not be the cheaper, right? We've definitely placed some people like that where we have found cheaper houses, but it might not be in Bend, it might be in Redmond, Lapine, Prineville, some of the outskirts. So, you know, let's look at the next reason, which is number 5, people are leaving, is job opportunities. There's not a lot of things to work in Bend. Like, we don't have a giant booming economy that's based around manufacturing. We have a lot of service industry jobs. Like, I'm in the service industry, right? Because I'm a real estate agent. I serve you in helping you buy or sell houses. So we have a lot of that kind of job. A lot of local Bendites have always called Bend poverty with a view. Like, we have amazing views and it's beautiful outside, you know, but I've also heard it referred to as you got to have the Central Oregon hustle. What's the Central Oregon hustle? That's having 2 jobs, right? Like, 2 jobs to support yourself here. So if you're coming from California and you're not blessed to own some property for a long time and have a ton of money, or you're looking for new opportunities, you know, maybe we do have it. We have a good hospital community with St. Charles Health System, and we have Summit Healthcare and a lot of the places you can work around that. And we're getting more service jobs. Like, Costco just had a big, you know, launched a brand new building and they're hiring for people. But, you know, like, construction, that's always huge here. Doctors, lawyers, real estate agents, high-end service industry. There's jobs to be had here, but there's not near as many jobs as you would find in someplace like any part of California or any part of Washington for that factor, and especially the places around the bigger cities. So, you know, if you moved here for an opportunity and, you know, you didn't find it, that may be one of the reasons that you're moving. And we are seeing some folks that transplanted from California to here, but like, gosh, man, this was the wrong move. So that's 5 reasons, right, that people are leaving Bend, right? And we're seeing it happen, right? And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe you should make better choices. Maybe you should talk to people. In fact, Darren and I have a really cool offer for you. We'll give you a free tour around town, right? We're going to show you the area. We are going to show you what it's like to live in Bend before you actually live in Bend. And guess what? That is 100% free. And, you know, you also don't have to sign anything, right? Like, we are willing to drive you around and show you the town. We can't show you houses because you got to sign an agreement for that, but we can show you the territory and give you a vibe of what 2 people who lived here for a long time, me longer than Theron, really know about Bend. And we've also got some other great gifts for you. We have first gift, relocation guide, right? And that baby is linked right in the comments below. All you got to do is click on it, and it'll take you to our relocation guide, which is chocked full of the best employers and things to do and businesses, and just to give you a general vibe around what Bend. So make sure you grab that. And free gift number 2. Free gift number 2 is our buyer's guide. What's a buyer's guide? Well, it's chocked full of everything you need to know about if you're buying a house. Like, what do you have to pay your commission agent? How is commission agent for buyer's agents figured out? Like, who pays that? What is escrow? Like, what should I do? What do I need a mortgage broker for? Like, all of these questions, you know, I do this a lot. This year I've sold, you know, almost 40 houses, you know, and my career I've sold hundreds and hundreds. So, like, I get it, right? You're not like that, and we totally understand that. So free buyer's guide right below. Number 3, right? Are you a local person? Are you looking to sell your house? Well, we have a free seller's guide too. Actually, our seller's guide will work anywhere because it gives you the same stuff as our buyer's guide does, just based on what you're doing. Like, a big question is, what should I repair on my house before I do it? So it gives you some guidelines, kind of that. And we're here to guide you through that too, because oftentimes you don't need to spend as much as you think you do to get your house ready to sell and still get top dollar. So, you know, those are 3 gifts for you. And, you know, let's jump back into the tail end of this video video of why Californians are moving away from Bend, Oregon. So, you know, people move here for sometimes the right reasons, but sometimes the wrong reasons too. And they get here and they just don't see that Bend, you know, has seasons. Like, it's cold and wet and rainy right now. It was Halloween last night. We went out trick-or-treating and it was cold, which it is every year. The kids actually wanted to go in there. We were out for about an hour and they're like, nope, we're done. Our hands are freezing, right? So our encouragement, like, Bend's a beautiful place, and Central Oregon in general is a beautiful place. But like, if you're gonna partner with somebody to help you find a house in the area, like, let's talk to somebody that knows what the area is like. We love doing that. It's probably one of our favorite things to do. Other than making these videos for you, we love showing people our town, right? So know what you're getting into, and that's the purpose that we make these videos for. We absolutely appreciate everyone joining into our channel, and if you're not a subscriber, we would love to have you as a subscriber. We'll keep you updated. If you live here, click that subscribe button. If you're from somebody else, click that subscribe button. Give us a like, give us a share, tell your friends about us, and Theron and I are standing by to make your move to Bend, Oregon, or anywhere in Central Oregon as smooth as humanly possible. And it doesn't matter if you're moving tomorrow or 3 years down the road, right? Like, we know this is a journey, and we are here to take that journey with you, not just close the door and move on, right? Like, we want to be friends, we want to be neighbors, and we want to show you what Bend is like. So you're not one of those people that moves here and then 2 years later, or even a year later, calls us up and says, man, we hate it here, right? Let us tell you why. And you may find that you don't like it, and we will give you a suggestion on where you should move, because like, we have friends, neighbors, and colleagues that live all over the United States, all over Oregon. I can help you move anywhere and get you phenomenal service. And that's ultimately what I think everyone wants when they're buying a house, is phenomenal service. So thanks for tuning into the video today. We absolutely appreciate it. Keep coming back, keep clicking that like button, leaving those comments. We love reading them and we love responding. Until we get that next Zoom call or phone call or text from you, keep watching and we'll bring you more exciting content every single week. Joshua Grossman, Lifestyle and Bend team, signing off for now.